And welcome back to our Let's Play of Demon's Souls. I am Chubby Cheez-It.
And I am Just Great Fox.
And we are the Three Hot Runners. Today joining us is Troy McClure, and he is running sound for us today, and hopefully from now on. Gives us these two wonderful mics and a great sound system so that we can sound nice.
I know. Seems a little overproduced, but I like it.
You know what? Anything is not good enough for us.
This is true. And it makes me feel like Howard Stern getting to wear these awesome headphones while we do this.
And we know that that's the most important thing in your life,
It
is
really
to feel
is.
like Howard Stern.
That it is an emulation that I have worked my entire life at. Needless to say, I am wanted in a few states.
Oh, hey, I have to say, I'd like to have a castle like this. It's rather nice.
Yeah, except for the fact that it appears to be on fire.
Well, you know, even on fire castles are still better than no castle at all.
This is true.
I mean, these castle is filled with demons and stuff, but, you know, having all those demon minions under my control, kind of nice, I think.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, I wonder if they have good personalities, you know? When they're not trying to kill you, you know, what do they talk about?
You know, the next time I play through this game, I might just stop at every single demon and undead and just ask them. I might just see if they have good personalities or not while they're putting into my skin with their knives, since they never take time to ask me any questions at all. You know, we probably wouldn't get into this position in the first place if they just talk it through.
Exactly. But what do? You run headlong in there with your sword, and before that man has a chance to jump out and say, "Surprise, welcome to your party," you slice him in the chest.
It's just not my way, you know, that I am a solo person, which is why I'm actually playing this offline right now.
Ah.
Most people who have done Let's Plays on this play this online, and I decided to play offline. I think the offline mechanics of the game do take away from it a little bit, take away from the story. It is fun to go around, hack, slash, beat the crap out of people who are online and human, but you know what? That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in flying through this game and beating it absolutely as fast as I can.
It's not a bad goal to have, I suppose.
No.
Especially with a game that seems to take people mostly over, 40 hours to beat?
Yeah, most people it does take over 40 hours to beat, especially when they first play through it. It took me almost 60 with my first character. But as time grew on, I soon got better and better and better at it, learned where everything was, and eventually just kind of got crazy good at it. In fact, the last playthrough that I had of this, before I decided to do the recording, I beat the game in 4.5 hours. Excuse me, 5.5 hours. I'm getting over ambitious with myself, aren't I?
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Well, I can't quite get underneath 5.5 yet. Even with this run, I still was well over my mark. But anyways, aside from that, it really shows an testament to this actual game that it takes 40 hours or 50 hours or 60 hours at the beginning to beat it. It shows that this is a game that it requires you to actually get good at it. If you don't get good at this, you don't proceed. It's like most actually old school video games. You get better and better and better as you play, because it is required of you to get better at it.
It's a good way to look at it. Now, I have been looking at this game a little differently, having seen it a couple million times since you started playing it. The way I view this game now is almost like a choose-your-own-adventure style video game. You can go into any particular world that you want to, explore any particular crevice, and you can encounter bosses or new enemies completely whenever you want to. It's completely up to you. And your progression through the game is basically completely your decision. So, unlike a lot of games that I've played, this game actually feels like it allows you to completely decide not only how you want to play it, but how you want the story to proceed almost.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's even what makes this thing set up a little bit different than its counterpart, Dark Souls. Because as free-roaming as Dark Souls actually is, you really do kind of have to take the bosses in a certain order, or else you're just going to get obliterated by everything. I call this a modern-day Mega Man, but not in the sense of shooty, pow, pow, pow. It is the way it's set up. You have a hub screen, which is the Nexus, which allows you to choose whichever way you want to go, which is how I build my character. I build my character around the path that it takes me. Going certain paths allow me to get certain spells from bosses, a la Mega Man, and allows me to craft either certain weapons or certain spells or whatever you can think of so that I can progress through the game. The way I've set this game up is so that I could actually get the King's Armor earlier in the game from old King Doran. And I will actually be beating Stage 5 before I even finish Stage 1.
Interesting. So I'm guessing the boss of Stage 1 is Gutsman?
Probably. It kind of looks like Gutsman, actually,
It does.
if you think about it. More like if there was such thing as a Shield Man in Mega Man, which I'm surprised there never was, and there I go eating some more of that wonderful grass.
To me, it always looked more like a gelatinous blob. I'm not gonna lie.
You sure that doesn't look just like Guts, though? I mean, come on now.
I suppose.
I mean, it's got shields around it, too. It could be Guts/Shields Man.
It reminds me of the purple alien from that one episode of Aquatoon Hunger Force. That I'm pretty sure me and about 5 other people have seen. But
You know what?
it's a striking resemblance.
You know what the bosses need? I think the bosses need a little sprite of Dr. Wily flying around them really quickly before...
Followed by some
Before-
awesome 8-bit chiptune music.
Yeah. The Mega Man 2, whoa. That was close. I
Don't
do
you
that a
love it when
lot.
your character can just stand on absolutely nothing?
No.
Gravity doesn't always apply.
No. Only on Tuesdays.
It's a law, but laws are made to be broken.
Yeah. That Mega Man 2, Dr. Wily's stage music is pretty awesome. I think you just loop that through the entire thing and I'd be happy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, enough with talking about Mega Man 2, since this isn't a Mega Man 2 Let's Play. Those chains that I just cut actually drop some stuff down here, which, ironically, I forget to pick up, which you will probably see in a later episode of this Let's Play. One of those items I can actually trade with Bird in Area 4, and...
The one who's like me, who loves shiny things.
yeah, the one who's like you and loves shiny things. But
The one thing I look for in most video games is the shiniest object possible. And this game has a lot of shiny objects.
yeah, it does.
Keeps my attention.
But that oh geez, that was really close. I
Yeah.
do that a lot in this game.
You're adding suspense. That's what's good.
I know. But anyways, that man, oh man, I just cannot touch this guy for some reason. That
Too much of
bird.
that crescent moongrass, man. Lay off.
If you trade the jade hood, the jade hair ornament with, I believe it's what. Crap, I can't remember the bird's name right now.
Who
It'll
cares?
come back to me.
He loves shiny things.
He
Just
loves
call him
shiny things. Shiny. It might be sparkly. I think it's sparkly.
No, just call him
But
shiny.
but if you trade that with him, then it will
God,
give
man.
you.
Your character and his grass.
I know.
It's
I know.
bugging
He
me.
just he just loves it. Let me finish, man.
Go ahead.
You
Please
get
complete
the
that thought.
regenerator's ring, and the build that I'm heading towards is I want to get the adjudicator shield, which if you equip the shield, it gets your HP back, and then wear the regenerator's ring at the same time, you get a lot of HP coming back all at once. So you can take a bunch of hits and go around for a little while, and it'll bring all of your health back.
So essentially, it turns Demon Souls into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, it kind of does, which I guess cheapens it just a little bit since it's so much better than that. But
All opinions aside.
I'm being pretty presumptuous at that point. Now this guy right here that he just stabbed in the back is Ostrava of Boletaria.
Now, is he going to try to kill you because you just stabbed him in the back?
Well, he tries, but he completely fails at it, of course.
Gotcha.
But what I'm doing right now is I'm actually letting these guys beat the crap out of him before I come down here and save him, because I need him to give me two things. The first thing is he'll give me a brass telescope, which I'll use again with Sparkly, that wonderful crow.
Still going to call it shiny. Don't care.
Okay.
This guy has forgiven you way too many times.
Yeah,
for
but
stabbing
he
him.
just keeps
Look at
forgiving me
that.
for some reason.
He's like, I have better things to do than confront the man who continuously stabs me in the back with a long sword.
The second time,
More of a rather
the second item that he gets is the item that he gives me when he kills me, which is the Mausoleum Key, which will be used to kill. I'm thinking it's his grandpa. It might be his dad. Who knows? Old King Doran.
That guy has a family?
I guess
You just
so.
outright murdered him?
Yeah, I don't care.
That's pretty cool.
I'm a pretty evil person in this
beginning to like
in
this
this
game.
world.
It has a wide assortment of grasses, and you can kill people who have fully fleshed out families.
Well, that brings us actually down to one of the interesting aspects of this, the character and the world tendencies. Doing certain events in the worlds and to your characters will change the tendency colors. If you do something evil in a world or you die in the world, the tendency of the world goes down and gets darker. Same thing with your character tendency. If you kill somebody who is good, your character tendency turns black. And at the end of that, if you get it to pure black, you can actually have a really cool instance with Mephistopheles where he asks you to assassinate certain characters for special items. We may get into that in the second portion of this Let's Play, which I actually haven't really talked about just yet, surprisingly. I'm playing through this game twice. The first time I'm doing it is what you're seeing right now. We're going to be doing the post-commentary stuff like we're doing right now. And it's just a quick run-through of the game and building a character up. After that, we're going to play through it again on New Game Plus to see how our character turned out. To see if we can actually take on the increased difficulty, because that's what this game does. And again, it's a testament to a good game. When you beat the game, you can play the game over again, but it's not like you just beast through it as a crazy guy. It makes it harder. In fact, it's about 40% harder than the original quest was.
Damn.
Right?
That's pretty impressive. It really is.
So...
And you're going to play through this game again?
Yep.
That's what you're being... Okay.
Yep, we're going to play through the entire thing again with my...
So you're going to make it harder on yourself, and you're going to play it again.
And I'm going to do live commentary that time, too, just to make it even harder on myself.
That's dangerous.
Yep.
It really is.
I really wanted to see let people see the true essence of this game. It's more than just a hard game. It really has some depth to it. And I love games that get harder after you beat them, so you can play through them again and have knowledge of the game, but at the same time, it's going to rip your head off. And believe me when I say it rips your head off, that New Game Plus, it rips your head off.
I'd like my head to remain on, to be honest with you.
Well, that's why we play video games, so we can enjoy people getting their heads ripped off.
This is very true.
And at the same time, be able to keep our own.
Well, I think we're just about out of time for this video.
Yeah, we're running pretty short. I was getting a little antsy here, but I do fight these guys rather well. Mm-hmm. And the dodge, oh yeah. So, this is Chubby Cheez-It.
And this is Just Gray Fox.
And we will see you next time.